Good morning, and it's indeed an honor to be here today to commemorate a federal holiday. And federal holidays, are not just days that we're off from work, the banks are closed, we go to the lake, or whatever the case may be, but it's a day to commemorate and honor an individual or an event. Today, we're here to honor Juneteenth. Until recently, Juneteenth wasn't widely known throughout the United States. Being from Texas, it was a big holiday in my state. And matter of fact, the event that started Juneteenth happened not too many miles in the southern, or away from where I live, in the southern part of Texas. Juneteenth basically is the date that the slaves found out that they were free. Now you have to think about this. Back in the presidency of Abraham Lincoln, there wasn't cable television, there wasn't satellite news, there wasn't breaking news that the Emancipation Proclamation had been signed. It had to be spread through word of mouth. Everything in those days, news wise, had to be spread through word of mouth. Word of mouth. And that actually may be a better way to handle a lot of the news of today. 2 years it took to reach Texas, and then a few uh, months longer before the slaves were told that they're free. Now, slavery is an issue that is in our nation's history, that is something that we look back upon, and we learn from. Ever since the end of slavery, things, and I'll say this, things have gradually got a little bit better, but now we're back in a situation where we're kind of going back. I remember growing up as a child, in segregation in Dallas schools was a big thing. The we had a Our family had a small town, or a small town, a small farm outside a small town east of Waco. And I remember as a kid going to one of the stores there, and um, you could see there were separate bathrooms. And there was this polarization of of whites and African Americans, and it really was a polarizing thing in our nation's history. Now we moved on to present day, and we have so many things to be thankful for that were accomplished uh, by African Americans. And I can think personally, we all know my interest in love in the space program. I think about uh, the first African American to fly in space, Guy Bluford. Uh, and he was a great story about Guy was the fact he was from the Carolinas, and he actually got thrown out of a library. From what I've read, the history I've read about this, thrown out of a library for reading a book. And I think about that a lot. How far we've come today, that where we have uh, African Americans serving and our government, uh, and just being a part of our nation. And really, they should be. I've said oftentimes that um, the news often talks about there being red and blue states, and I've said that no, there are red, white, and blue states, and that's the United States of America. And we are all part of the United States of America. Um, we all contribute something, and our African American uh, citizens have contributed a great deal, and we owe them a debt of gratitude for their contribution to our American history. So today, we're here to honor their contribution again in American history and to sign a proclamation um, observing Juneteenth. Again, this is a big holiday, and um, I'm very grateful for their contribution. I'm grateful for the friendships I have with them, and it's it's a great thing. And we should all learn an example from that. Is we all need to learn to live the work together. That's something that I think will bring peace and unity to our nation. I know there's been a lot of tension, racial tension, in the last couple of years with George Floyd and a few other incidents going on throughout our nation, and we just need to learn to get along. We really do, and I think that quote's been used a few years back, but we really do. We really do. Um, our country is a nation of many, many people from many, many backgrounds. And we should honor and respect each and every one of them as we continue on what I call this great journey, this journey of America. Now let's go ahead and sign the proclamation. All right. Again, this is a great honor to be doing this, and um, I'm looking forward to doing this every year. There we go. Thank you all very much.